Halifax, they are a bank now, they were a building society. Halifax has suggested that customers can basically pack up and go, close their accounts, if they oppose the Halifax policy of allowing staff to display their personal pronouns on name tags. So that means whether I would prefer to be called she, him, her, Mr., Mrs.
Or they.
Or they.
They.
Yeah.
Yes, the staff of being Halifax, which its slogan is "It's a people thing," are insisting that it's a people thing to display the pronouns and to avoid any accidental misgendering, as they call it. But it's created a bit of a storm among its own customers who say, "Look, we don't care whether we call him, or her, or they. We just want a speedy service and a decent bank." And lo and behold, the Halifax goes and tells all the people who attack them for this on social media, well, you can always close your accounts if you want. But you're welcome to close your bank accounts, which has wound, understandably, a few people up. I mean, when I last went into a bank, and you don't go into
I remember
very often these days. No, it's all done on your laptop.
Why does it matter so much? I understand it matters to you, perhaps as an individual, but why is it particularly important to me that people call me Mr. Holmes as opposed to Mrs. Holmes or Miss Holmes or anything? Why? It's not important to me. I couldn't call me what you want. I couldn't care less. And most of you do call me what you want. But why is it so important that you poke people?
Identity politics is a huge thing now, isn't it?
But you make people declare who or what they are. When they wake up and think, I haven't really thought about it.
Well, so if you've got a badge and it says Isabel, and then underneath in the Halifax thing it would say she, her.
She, her.
If that's what you chose. Right. But as a customer, I wouldn't ever come in and need to address you.
As she
and
or
if
her.
I did, I would be being very rude. If instead of saying, excuse me, if I said she,
exactly.
I told her I wanted to transfer.
And if it says Isabel, you won't say she or her, you say Isabel.
Yeah.
So you've got a name tag on there.
It's got your name. I
think it's fine for people to want to call men wanting to call themselves she and women wanting to call themselves he.
Well, I think
and if so, they can display that, but the rest of us don't need to.
Worse than that are TV programmes, particularly other news channels, who will describe, whatever it is. Amanda will be here with the news update at 6. And you sit and go, who is Amanda? Who are they talking about? Nobody ever gives surnames, including my producer, who's speaking to me now. He calls everybody by the first name.
What's Charlie's surname?
No idea.
There you go.
He's never told me. Doesn't go by any surname.
Charlie Cook, just like in the children's book.
You called him he then. You called him he then. You called him he. Did you check?
I didn't check.
You called him he.
But I do think, people should be given two names, and I don't understand all this obsession with.
Or if you just want to use one, just use the surname. Holmes.
Hey, Dave.
Well, when I was at school, you were called by the surname.
David Woodin, I'll use both his names, said earlier, when you were going on about R. Kelly, I thought you were being Liverpool, like R. Liz or R. David, R. Kelly.
Always a scouser. Hey, David.